North Korea, officially known as North Korea, is located in East Asia on the northern part of the Korean Peninsula. It shares borders with South Korea to the south, China to the north, and Russia in the northeast. The history of North Korea is closely linked with the broader history of Korea. After the end of Japanese rule in 1945, Korea was divided into two parts. This division eventually led to the Korean War, which solidified the separation into North and South Korea. North Korea was established under the leadership of Kim Il-sung, and since then, it has been ruled by the Kim family, including current leader Kim Jong Un. Geographically, North Korea is mostly mountainous, with limited flat land for agriculture. The total area of the country is about 120,540 square kilometers. The terrain consists of rugged mountains, deep valleys, and narrow coastal plains. One of the most important mountains is Mount Pektu, an active volcano and the highest peak in the country, which holds great cultural and political significance. Other mountain ranges cover much of the interior, making transportation and development challenging. North Korea has several important rivers that are essential for agriculture and daily life. The most significant river is the Yalu River, which forms part of the border with China. Another major river is the Tumen River, which also marks borders with China and Russia. Internal rivers, such as the Taedong River, flow through the capital, and are important for irrigation and water supply. The population of North Korea is estimated to be around 25 million people. The population is relatively homogeneous, with ethnic Koreans making up almost the entire population. The capital and largest city is Pyongyang, which serves as the political, economic, and cultural center of the country. Other important cities include Hamhung, Cheongjin, and Nampo, which play key roles in industry and trade. Air travel in North Korea is limited compared to other countries. The main international gateway is Pyongyang-Sanan International Airport, located near Pyongyang. It handles most international flights, mainly connecting to cities in China and occasionally Russia. Domestic air travel exists but is not widely used by the general population. Religion in North Korea is quite different from many other countries. Officially, the country promotes atheism, and religious activities are heavily restricted. Traditional religions, such as Buddhism and Confucianism, have historical roots in Korea, but in North Korea, their practice is limited. Instead, the state ideology, known as Yuche, plays a central role in society. This ideology emphasizes self-reliance and loyalty to the leadership, and it functions in many ways like a guiding belief system for the country. Sports in North Korea are strongly supported by the government and are considered a way to promote national pride. The most popular sport is football, soccer, and the national team has participated in international competitions like the FIFA World Cup. Gymnastics, table tennis, wrestling, and weightlifting are also very popular and successful at international levels. Athletes from North Korea often compete in global events like the Olympics, where they have won medals in sports such as weightlifting and judo. Mass games and large-scale performances, such as the famous Arirang Festival, combine sports, dance, and gymnastics into huge synchronized displays. The weather in North Korea is continental, meaning it has very cold winters and hot summers. Winters, December to February, are harsh, especially in the northern regions, with temperatures often dropping below freezing. Summers, June to August, are warm and humid, with most of the rainfall occurring during this time. Spring and autumn are short but generally mild and pleasant. Cities like Pyongyang experience all four seasons clearly, with snowfall in winter and heavy rains in summer. North Korean food is simple but flavorful, similar in many ways to Korean cuisine in general. The staple food is rice, usually served with vegetables, soup, and side dishes. One of the most famous dishes is kimchi, made from fermented vegetables like cabbage and radish. Another popular dish is naengmyeon, especially Pyongyang naengmyeon, which is a specialty of the capital. Other foods include soups, noodles, tofu dishes, and occasionally meat or fish, though meat consumption is lower compared to many other countries due to economic conditions. The transport system in North Korea is limited but functional. Railways are the backbone of transportation, with trains being the main way people and goods move across the country. The rail network connects major cities like Pyongyang, Hamhung, and Cheongjin. Buses and trams are available in cities, especially in Pyongyang, where public transport includes trolleybuses and a metro system. However, private car ownership is very rare. Travel within the country is often restricted, and people usually need permission to move between regions. The education system in North Korea is highly centralized and controlled by the government. Education is free and compulsory for about 12 years, including primary and secondary schooling. The system strongly emphasizes science, technology, and ideological education based on the state philosophy of Yuche. Schools teach subjects like mathematics, science, history, and political studies. Higher education is offered at universities such as Kim Il-sung University in Pyongyang, which is the most prestigious institution in the country. The government maintains strict control over curriculum and student life to ensure alignment with state values. The economy of North Korea is centrally planned and controlled by the government. This means the state owns most industries, farms, and businesses, and decides what is produced and distributed. Key sectors include heavy industry, such as steel and machinery, mining, coal, iron ore, and agriculture. However, the economy faces serious challenges due to international sanctions, limited trade, and outdated infrastructure. Trade mainly happens with China, which is North Korea's largest economic partner. In recent years, small informal markets, called jangmadang, have become more common, allowing people to buy and sell goods privately, which has slightly changed how the economy functions at the local level. Tourism in North Korea is very restricted compared to most countries. Visitors are allowed, but tourism is tightly controlled by the government. Tourists must travel with official guides and follow strict rules about where they can go and what they can photograph. The capital Pyongyang is the main destination, known for its wide streets, monuments, and planned architecture. Major attractions include Kim Il-sung Square, the Yuche Tower, and the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun. Some tours also include visits to the demilitarized zone, DMZ, between North and South Korea, and scenic areas like Mount Paektu. While tourism exists, the number of visitors is relatively small compared to other countries. Shopping in North Korea is quite different from most parts of the world. There are state-run shops where citizens can buy basic goods, although availability can be limited. In cities like Pyongyang, there are special stores and markets where people can purchase clothing, food, and household items. The informal markets, jangmadang, have become important places where people trade goods more freely. For tourists, there are designated souvenir shops selling items like books, artwork, stamps, and traditional crafts, but shopping options are controlled and limited in variety compared to global standards. Daily life in North Korea is shaped strongly by government policies and social structure. Most people work in state-assigned jobs, such as factories, farms, offices, or public services. The day typically involves work, school, and participation in community or political activities. The government provides basic services like education and healthcare, but access and quality can vary. In cities like Pyongyang, life is more developed, with better housing, transport, and facilities, while rural areas are less developed and rely heavily on agriculture. Media, internet access, and communication are strictly controlled, and citizens have limited exposure to outside information. Social life often includes community events, cultural performances, and state-organized activities.